Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Another episode here on my Belize vacation trip to Altun Ha Mayan Temple for this episode because you actually see some Mayan temples in this one. So enjoy the video. I have some bullet time with the Insta361. I think you'll enjoy a lot of video from Javier, who is our tour guide. A lot of good information. Not everything, but some good tidbits here and there. And enjoy the rest of the video. All right, here I am doing the bullet time, as you saw from the previous episode. This is the main square. You see several temples, 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 temples. And yes, that's what I was wearing with my buff and a jacket, protect me from the sun. Don't like suntan lotion. It's kind of greasy for me.
They found a single burial in there, and it was a female. Again, because she's buried in a temple, she had to be someone of very high status. Believed to be the only goddess that they had. She would be the goddess of childbirth and fertility, and also the medicine god, and her name would be Ishel. In her tomb, they also discovered polychrome plates with a hummingbird painting on it, which symbolized love and fertility. All right? This one right here, year 6, is a temple dedicated to the 13 layers of heaven. And they also believe that it is also the administrative building here back in that time. This temple is dedicated to the rain god Chak.
So heaven is 13 layers and 9 layers down. Okay, interesting.
So the Mayan believe in 3 worlds, right? They believe underworld, midworld, and upper world.
So this temple is the temple that was dedicated to the rain god Chak. And you can see the stairs. This is one of the few temples that you're actually allowed to walk up to the front and just walk right up to it. And if you see the plaster on the stairs, that's actually put there to protect the stairs so you can walk on it. Some of the other temples don't allow you to walk up, and they're chained off, so you have to go to the side and climb up on it. So our Javier was nice enough to take us to this one, so we can just walk up. And they're huge, they're big, they're long, and there's a certain way you had to walk up. I think originally how the Mayans would walk up is they would actually put one hand down as they're walking up, so it looked like they were bowing as each time they were going up. But other than that, it's quite a climb. It's like taking an intense workout on the Stairmaster. And this is an example of the stone that you would see, or some kind of plaster or whatever coloring that shows that it's red, and there's some remnants of it. So that's part of the original part of the foundation on one of the temples. And you can see that there's a reddish color to it. So like in the previous episode, where Javier was showing us the picture of artist rendition of what the temples would have looked like in its original form. Now this temple is, I believe, temple for the sun god. I don't know the name, but if you go down there and talk to Javier, I'm sure he'll let you know all about it. And it's one of the main courtyards, and that's one of the larger, more pronounced temple. And if you look up there, I think I have a picture coming up where they found the jade head in the temple, and it's one of the most prized possession in Belize. Let's go to it right now. So here it is, and in that area right there is actually where they found the jade head, and Javier will be talking about it. And that seems to be like a little, not a little, but that's seems to be a room inside the up on top of that pyramid, I guess. So That's
This
it.
jade head is the biggest piece of carved jade ever discovered so far in the Mayan world today.
How big is
It
it?
weighs 9¾ pounds, almost 6 inches in height.
Wow.
When you go out to the museum, you will see a perfect replica of it. Okay? On the black market, it valued between 40 to 60 million US dollars. To the Belizean people, this is priceless. So they kept this in the central bank of Belize in the vault and rotated from one bank to the next for security reasons.
So as we were going through our tour in the middle of the courtyard, we had some person come by with a little crocodile or alligator. I'm not sure how how you would describe it. But I guess you get a lot of these. A lot of people in Belize are really heavily dependent upon tourism. You know, there's not. I don't see a lot of, from what I could tell, a lot of jobs out here like you would see in America, where there's just, you could just go someplace. I mean, you could work anywhere. You know, when I go to Belize and I see the infrastructure, I don't see that same type of infrastructure that I do in America in Houston. So there's obviously the economics are very different in Belize. So their resources have pretty much been plundered by the British. You know, their forestry, their conservation efforts have been, you know, set back. Their mostly mahogany has been taken, and a lot of resources have been extracted from Belize, unfortunately. So, you know, the only thing they do depend on that I think is a benefit is the tourism that is happening there. They have the resources of of course, the Mayan ruins, the ocean, the islands, and those attractions are what drove me there, what brought me there. And so a lot of people are dependent upon um, visitors who are traveling for vacation or sightseeing, and this is kind of one way that a lot of people try to earn, an income. And you'll see right here, he has a little alligator, and we did take time to take some pictures, and I gave him, I think, $5 or something. So you'll experience a lot of this if you do go to Belize and you visit the tourist areas.
Crocodile.
Ooh, look at that!
In the main reservoir, they have a lot of big ones.
Oh,
They have the
really?
mama, they have the grandma, they have the grandpa,
Wow!
everybody, the whole family in
A
there.
little baby. And here are some of the sculptures on that temple of the sun, I think, where they worship the sun. And I'm not sure what this is. I'd probably have to go through the video again. You should all go down and take the tour yourself if you really are interested. Um, I have some other ones as well. And here's another one, also on the same temple. This one looks a little bit more defined, but again, I'm not sure what exactly it is. And this is like a famous arch that you see in these Mayan ruins. The pyramids, the inverted V. You also see them in archways and hallways. Apparently, this was where the priest would go. This is a room for a priest. This is a larger view. As you can see, this was my thumbnail that I used. But I thought this was a great little snapshot here. You could see the archway and the room. I'm assuming that where the priest would go into, maybe, I'm not sure what the priest would do, ceremonial things. And then you saw the actual ruins behind it right there or next to it. It's part of the ruins. It's actually attached to it. But you can see how big it is. And this is me doing the bullet time with the Insta 361. I'm on top of the temple where they worship the sun, and I'm actually on the perch where they would offer sacrifices. It's blood sacrifices, not actual human sacrifices. Now we're at the museum. We've pretty much finished the tour for the most part, and he's taken us to the museum that's right in front of the entrance of the Mayan ruins. And there's no cost. It's open. There's also no air conditioning there as well, so it's still pretty hot. But this is a replica of the jade head that Javier was talking about. And this is some Belizean money, the Belizean currency. And you can see they put the jade head onto their currency, and that's how important it is to the country of Belize, that jade head. And again, it's quite an attraction to have, quite a piece to have, and brings probably a lot of tourism into Belize. All right, this is we're done with the whole tour, and this is Javier's card, Javier Mendez, unique Belize. He's a tour guide, licensed tour guide. He's often there at the site, on site, and this is his contact information. If you're interested, please contact him. The rate he offered me was $25 for 4 people. He usually charges $10 per person. But in the video, you'll see he gave me a break because I'm on holiday. It was January 1st, so it was basically the New Year. We went there, and they're open all the time, even in New Year's, probably even Christmas. I mean, this site is economically important to the local people, and there's a lot of people who are locally living there and around that area who depend on visitors and tourism for their life, for food and everything. Matter of fact, I was talking to Javier, and he doesn't. I don't think he uses air conditioning. He got an air conditioner, but he had to stop using it because the cost of the electricity to use it was way more than he can afford. And what's funny is, he was saying $200 or $300, maybe even $150 a month for electricity because he used the air conditioning. He had to turn it off, and that's Belizean dollars or US. Either way, that's not a lot, because I know from Houston, I turn the air conditioning on in the summer, it doesn't stop, and my electricity bill, because I got some low electricity rates, is about $200, maybe $300, but yet, same situation. Maybe their electricity is higher in Belize, but $150 to $200 a month is unaffordable for electricity to run air conditioning in your home. So that gives you kind of an idea, of reference of the economic disparity between America and Belize. In Javier's case. So maybe not for everybody. So in the next video that's coming up, Javier is going to take us to his shop. He hand carves a lot of wood. Again, a lot of jobs are not really available as you might think. Especially if you're from the United States, people complain about 5% unemployment rates. When you look at the rest of the world, there could be up to, 30 to 50, sometimes 70% unemployment rates. So, people have to be creative, and, because of the tourism, again, people just take things around them, the natural resources that's available to them. They just pick up some wood that's probably in their front yard or in their backyard and start becoming artisans. And you'll see some of the things that I'm talking about in the video coming up. There we go. Javier, he'll give you a good tour.
That's right.
Show you everything. Tell you about everything.
All right, the
There you go.
good, okay?
So Javier, what was your rates again?
Huh?
What was your rates again?
25.
25?
25 US for 4 of you guys.
Okay.
Right? I charge, actually it's supposed to be like 10 US per head,
Uh-huh.
but today is a holiday, just give you know, a little
All right.
extra out there as well.
Thank you very much.
Definitely.
So we'll check out your shop now.
Yeah, I'll check out the shop. I do all the woodwork here myself. My wife, they help do the finishing work, hand sand and everything.
Okay.
So we use wood like mahogany, ziricote, granadillo, papadillo, logwood. But I don't have any logwood right now, but you know. Granadillo wood right here. This one is mahogany. The one bird is mahogany. This one is ziricote with sapadillo add on to it. Okay, so this is two different wood. And this one is lone ziricote right here.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so they have bigger ones at the bottom.
Got bigger ones down here. Oh, watch out, Rose. Stop. Nice. Did this break here?
Yeah. We have the jade stuff there. You know, those are brought in as well. Those are not.
We call them mother and jade because
Yeah.
it's not from the Mayan temple. We use the jade stone and they make the same replica from them. So these are the more like replicas of what the Mayan people used to have. Granadillo wood
The
right
shop,
here.
sign up the shop right here. The orchid shop.
Oh, it's up to your mother and father, I guess.
There you go. Stop by.
You don't have an hour.
Jungle orchid shop at Altun Ha.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. This concludes this episode. Pretty much I'm done with the Mayan temple. That was our first actual day in Belize, so just wanted to get that done while we're still on the mainland before we head to San Pedro and the different islands they have over there, like Hay Cocker, Ambergris Cocker. We went to San Pedro, which is on Ambergris Cocker, and we stayed over at the Grand Caribe Resort. So in our future videos, I'll be talking about the Best Western we stayed at, what it's like if you want to get an idea. There's other hotels there, more closer to downtown. The reason I picked out Best Western was because I used Bitcoin to pay for it. So, and it turned out in my favor because at the time, Bitcoin was about $6,000. So I spent that Bitcoin for the hotel expenses at the Best Western only. And now Bitcoin's about 3,000, and so I guess I got a better deal on that. Anyways, in the future videos, I'll have videos of the boat rides to San Pedro, and then the actual resort and the things I did. So please subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content, or you're interested in Belize and would like to go there someday, and you want to really know what it's like, at least and through my eyes. Please like, share, leave a comment, or even do a video response. Until next time, everybody, stay tuned. Bye.